Well, hello and welcome to the Pastor's Study. I'm glad that you took a moment to stop by today and to listen in on the Word of God. We're coming from Proverbs 28 and we're going through verses 8 through 10 today. And, Solomon warns us that the use of interest to get ahead, to cheat people, to charge excessively, he says, when you increase your wealth, it will not be yours in the end. It'll be for those who give to the poor, those who are concerned for the poor. God says he watches out for the down and out individuals. And he says, when you try to get ahead by cheating, when you try to get ahead by charging an excessive amount of interest, the gain that comes from God will go to those that care for those in need. He tells us and warns us that, the individual who doesn't pay attention to the law, who turns away from the law, who is disobedient to the authority that's given through the law, he says, that individual, he says, even his prayer becomes an abomination. Because God says, why should I listen to you when you are unwilling to listen to my commands? We don't get to do what we think we should and ignore what God says we must do. We don't get to have our own way and tell God how to do it. So God says, if you don't listen to my law, if you don't listen to the Word of God, if you don't seek to be obedient to it, why should I listen to your prayers? And it's worse than that. He says, your prayers are an outright abomination, horrible, despicable. Then he tells us and warns us that the one who leads the upright astray, he says, will fall into a pit himself. So an individual that takes a Christian, a righteous individual, if that individual leads them away, he himself will fall into the pit. He himself will be in trouble. But he says the blameless will inherit that which is good. Look at how you care for those around you. Love those in need. Reach out to them and seek to be obedient to God's law. Until next time in the Pastor's Study, goodbye and may God bless.